Hi, greetings. It's me, Dr. Paul Gerhardt, and today I want to talk to you about a very important concept. It's called cultural intelligence strategy. And CQ, or cultural intelligence strategy, is basically one's level of thinking and how we make use of information to manage diversity within our immediate environment. CQ strategy involves planning. It's about being aware of different cultures and the thought processes of the people around us. This means being open to a different thought process and influencing how we manage diversity in a multicultural organization. It's a cultural strategy that involves being consciously aware and mentally flexible of being able to deal with diversity without prejudice. It rids us of an inaccurate assumptions about people who are different from us and gives us a wider scope of things so decisions are made on issues on the ground rather than interpretations and false predictions. So let's talk about why enhanced CQ strategy is so important. Enhancing your CQ strategy truly has been proven to be have a positive effect in the way that we relate to people outside of our own culture. It makes us better leaders, especially when it is added to other personal development initiatives that every great leader is really known for. It makes it easier for us to treat people with more respect and dignity, regardless of their background and their culture. For example, a shell worker in Nigeria who is from the Netherlands would find it a lot easier to relate with the community in the southern part of the country if he truly understands and adopts a CQ strategy. This would help his team work more effectively and minimize prejudices. It's also known to a lot of people that it is important to relate with people that are different from us. Well, some people have mastered this act or strategy and now have a healthier level of self-efficacy when they are in an organized and multicultural environment. Others are finding it difficult to do this, and often it can affect the results that we get from the relationship from people with different cultures. So I'm going to give you 5 ways to develop effective CQ strategies. So it's important to develop your CQ strategy, and it really involves including asking the right questions, planning, self-awareness, observation, and then using prompts. So here they are. Ask the right questions. What goals do I want to achieve, and how important are those goals? Ask yourself, what are the goals, interests, and concerns of my partners, and how will their cultural values affect their beliefs in decisions? Number 3, what information do I have on their cultural values? Number 4, what past experiences can I draw on to help me? And number 5, what do I need to know to achieve my set goals? All right, I'll read those again. What goals do I want to achieve, and how important are those goals? What are the goals, interests, and concerns of my partners, and how will their cultural values affect their beliefs and decisions? Number 3, what information do I have on their cultural values? Number 4, what past experiences can I draw on to help me? And number 5, what do I need to know to achieve my set goals? So there are some questions that you need to ask yourself in order to develop the right CQ strategy, and when you are in a multicultural setting, in order to understand the mindset of the people that you're dealing with. Now, this would help dispel any notion so that you can work towards a common goal. Now let's talk about planning. It's necessary to make the proper plans to help you ensure that you get the right results when relating with other people from a different culture. Because without this, our relationships and interactions will be based on our own belief and cultural system. And that's a really important notion to consider. So this means you really have to understand what you intend to achieve and then make the proper plans within that framework. For example, before meeting up with partners in Spain, you need to understand that being 10 minutes late really is not a problem. And so that you can play your journey 10 minutes late, and you won't have to apologize for your guest. CQ strategy would enhance your CQ strategy in more than one way. So when you have a CQ strategy, it really is important to plan with an understanding of cultural values of the people that you're going to be interacting with. Self-awareness is the next part. Enhancing our self-awareness truly is a key part of developing an effective CQ strategy, as it truly does make it easier for us to understand the world around you. So there are different ways people relate to each other, essentially, and this includes the way that we shake hands and interact with a group of others, because what will work in one cultural setting might not be effective in other settings. This really involves engaging actively in inquiring about what the right things to do are, and in interacting with people of different cultures. We need to really be aware of what is essentially considered okay and not okay in different localities. And so really being aware of local news sources to help you be able to observe what's going on, and being able to be aware of how you interact in each situation in the proper way. I just mentioned observation. There really is a lot that can be achieved from watching from a distance. This really works great in developing your CQ strategy, just being aware and observing. It's important that you observe people from different cultures, either directly or indirectly, and this will give you a better idea of behavioral patterns. You should really listen more in every interaction when you get in contact from people of different cultures, because you really want to understand them better. So you don't want to be engaging in banter with other people that might be seen as offensive to those people. So listening and learning what's going on and observing those things, and then applying the right action in your strategy. Use of prompts is important. Prompts are questions that encourage people to open up to you and to share their inner thoughts with you. Making use of prompts enhances your level of awareness in relations to the knowledge that you currently have of others. And for example, it would do a multinational company a lot of good to have an open session weekly or monthly where colleagues can speak about their issues openly without fear and being judged. It can also help companies select activities that will help improve their results and efficiency in that multicultural system. So finally, there really truly is no substitute for a solid CQ strategy, and like having real-time experiences for developing higher levels of cultural intelligence. Having first-hand experiences within different cultures by traveling around the world is a great way to develop yourself. Thus, you can easily blend in any multicultural setting without feeling out of place. People need to have an open mind, and we need to be immersed in the local culture wherever we find ourselves. And it doesn't matter if you're traveling for pleasure or for any personal initiative. It truly is important to soak in the culture, and this itself will make you better in everything that you do. We are our experiences, and how we see things affects what we do, which of course affects what we get. So, that in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, is CQ strategy. I hope that you have taken away something of value in this lesson, and more importantly, I hope that you have a great day, because only you get to choose how you feel about it. I'm Dr. Paul Gerhardt.